Hey, what's going on, folks? How's everybody doing today? This is Michael Oskam from ProAudioLessons.com and ProWestRecording.com. Quick tutorial for you today. I wanted to show you something that is very useful when mixing and arranging a song, and it's something that a lot of people ask me about. They're not quite sure on how to do it, so I'm going to show you. What we're talking about here is sometimes you'll record a song and you'll embellish maybe the riff a little bit too much, and perhaps there's 4 bars too much in a song. It goes through the chord progression one too many times, let's put it that way, to where you're not economizing your song. It's not compact enough. And of course, we're talking about fitting a song within the natural framework of what would today be a pop tune, right? I mean, if you're doing freestanding jazz, then it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. But most songs in the pop genre, they fall into some sort of pattern, and they're usually a certain length, and there's a songwriting structure. So a lot of times, I challenge you to do this. Listen to some pop records and some songs that are out right now, be it anywhere from things like Nicki Minaj and Jason Derulo to Lady Antebellum and, Taylor Swift. So we'll take it, across that whole top 40, many different genres. The same thing that they always have in common is the songwriters are very good at getting to the next place quickly. So most of those songs don't have incredibly long intros, if any intro. And then it'll go right into a verse and into a pre-chorus, then into a chorus. And this is the mistake I see a lot in songwriters who are just starting out. They'll come out of the first chorus and they'll come into the second verse much too late. They'll come out of the first chorus, they'll go through the progression maybe 2 times, and then they'll come into the second verse or the third verse, whatever it may be. That's not using your time wisely. People, it's sad to say, their attention span has diminished. So you need to keep them interested at a much quicker refresh rate, so to speak. So this is a song that I'm working on. It's one of mine. And myself even noticed that I went through the progression one too many times. I should just jump right into the second verse. So the sign of a good songwriter and a good mixer is you can identify these problems, and then you'll have the tools to know how to fix them. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First, what you want to do is you want to make sure you're in grid mode. And the hotkey for that is F4. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find, basically, you can set your grid value up here. And right now I have it set to 1/8 notes, which is fine for what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do is I've already located it, but this is the portion, let me play it back for you, that I'm going to be snipping out. Okay, so what you want to do is the way you get this whole every track highlighted here is you turn on your all group down here on the bottom left, and then you can simply drag and select. Once you have it set in grid mode to where you are sure that it's supposed to be, you're going to want to come up to up here and change it to shuffle mode. Once you're in shuffle mode, be very, very, very careful, because this mode can really F up your song. Make sure you have the right portion highlighted. Make sure you save before you attempt this too, okay? And all you have to do is hit delete. And what that did is it deleted that highlighted region that we had there, or those regions rather, or clips, and it took what was on either side and pushed it together. So that's why you want to be sure you're in grid mode so that it remains in time. So now we can go back to grid mode, and let me make sure I did that right. Now the vocal part got cut off. That's okay. Perfect. Notice that drum. Let me play it. Let me go through this once without. Let me undo my move here, and let's take a look. Let me drop some markers in here so I know where they are. And that's fine. I think it was to about there, yeah? Yeah, that's where it was. So those are my markers. So here's the transition coming out of the first chorus. And you'll hear that it's just too long.
Well, I know it's over, but you haunt my dreams. You haunt my dreams. Yeah.
So it needs to get to the second verse faster. Right? And so we'll just redo the move that I just showed you. Come up here in grid mode. Make sure you are snipping out the right portion. Switch it to shuffle mode. Hit delete. And boom. That quickly, we are into the second verse.
You haunt my dreams.
One time through the progression. With the vocal tag. And go. Boom. That drum fill into the second verse. So this is a good way to economize your music. Make sure that you are keeping the listener interested. That's the most important part that I can't stress enough. If you have any questions, email me. If you want private lessons, email me. If you want to talk anything audio, email me. There's lots of ways to get in touch with me. Go to the site, prowestrecording.com. ProAudioLessons.com is being built. It will be a membership site. It's going to be awesome. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys soon.